The ribbon-cutting scissors were still in my hand when my phone blew up. "Dude, your dad's on the ground. HOA lady just decked him." Dad's totally blind, but he's stubborn about routine. Every Tuesday he counts 38 cane taps from porch to curb, parks the trash can, and shuffles back. This week a neon pink violation sticker screamed, $79 late fee, remove bin by noon. Dad never saw it. At 12:07, Whitlock's brand new compliance officer, a 40-something in a power suit and gym rat shoulders, stormed up the driveway. Ring cam footage shows her snatching his cane like it was contraband, barking, "Pay or move." And, when he fumbled, palming his chest and slamming him flat onto the blistering asphalt. His sunglasses bounced into the gutter, blood speckled the pavement like hot oil. Neighbors yelled, kids cried, but Karen Whitlock herself just flicked through her bylaw binder, lips curled in triumph. By the time I punched the cruiser's siren and tore across town, the clip had already hit 2 news stations and the local Facebook moms group. They figured roughing up an old blind man would scare the block straight. Instead, they just body-checked the mayor's father. And I never show up alone. I screech into Maple Crest like a tornado in a suit, lights flashing, tie flapping, and find Dad propped against an ambulance bumper, EMT dabbing gravel out of the gash on his cheek. He keeps apologizing to the woman who decked him, calling her mom. She's standing 10 feet away, arms folded, zero remorse. Her name tag reads, Melissa Price, Compliance Director. 40, CrossFit biceps, eyes that size you up like unpaid parking meters. Karen Whitlock glides over in stilettos, holding a clipboard like it's the 10 Commandments. "Mayor Carter, your father was obstructing the sidewalk," she purrs. "Our officer acted within policy." She actually air quotes policy. I kneel beside Dad. "Did you swing? Curse? Anything?" "Couldn't even find my cane," he whispers. My pulse hammers, but I remember Grandpa's rule. Collect facts. Before fury, I wave Officer Ruiz over, grab his body cam, airdrop the footage to myself, and catch Melissa rolling her shoulders like she's ready for round 2. Karen slaps a fresh notice on Dad's mailbox, $500 escalation fee plus towing costs. For his abandoned Buick. A tow truck rumbles nearby, engine idling like a countdown. I step between them and the car. "Touch that vehicle, and the city impounds your tow truck for unsafe emissions," I say. The driver shrugs and kills the engine. Karen's smile cracks. Back at City Hall, I dive into records. Maple Crest's dues should bankroll gold-plated playgrounds, but bank statements show $1.2 million siphoned to Whitlock Consulting. Melissa Price's compliance salary, triple the police chief's, and the HOA just bought a 3rd speedboat under Aquatic Safety Initiative in a landlocked subdivision. I call Deputy Mayor Fields. Need a forensic audit team, ADA investigator, and every local reporter who smells blood. Community Center tonight, 7 p.m. Then I text Dad's ring cam clip to the city attorney with 3 words. Civil rights violation. Dad messages a selfie, stitched cheek, crooked grin. Handle it fair, son. Right. Scalpel, not sledgehammer, but even a scalpel can cut deep. Tonight Karen's gavel is going to fall on her own foot, and Melissa Price is about to learn the pavement isn't the only thing that can hit back. 7 p.m. sharp. The community center smells of burnt coffee and fear. Karen's perched at the head table, Melissa flanking her like hired muscle, while residents clutch violation slips the way sinners clutch rosaries. Karen gavels in, voice, syrup sweet. First order of business, authorization to place a lien on Lot 47 for unpaid fines. Lot 47 is Dad's house. She doesn't even say his name. I raise my hand. Point of order. Before you vote, the city attorney has entered a cease and desist, citing potential ADA and civil rights violations. I drop the letter on the table. Karen waves it away as if it's confetti. Non-members can observe. "Not interfere!" she hisses. Fair enough, I say, plugging my laptop into the projector. The screen flickers. Then the room freezes. Body cam footage of Melissa shoving Dad fills the wall, his cane cartwheeling in slow motion. Gasps ripple. Someone swears under their breath. Melissa's jaw tightens, but she can't look away. From her own handiwork, 10 feet tall. I cue clip 2, drone shots of a fenced lot stuffed with residents' cars. Every vehicle impounded for fines, all tagged for auction next week. The murmurs turn into angry buzz. Mr. Delgado, ticketed for a wheelchair ramp, shouts, "That's my van!" A retired teacher waves her foreclosure notice like a white flag that's caught fire. Karen slams the gavel. These visuals are out of context. Security, remove the mayor. But her security is Melissa, and Melissa suddenly notices Officer Ruiz and 2 uniformed cops stepping forward, badges gleaming. She stays put. I lean into the mic. Context is coming, but first you might want to finish your vote. While the press live streams. Phones rise like a forest of judgment. Karen's eyes dart for an exit that doesn't exist. For the first time all evening, the HOA president is silent, and the crowd is anything but. I kill the projector, but the crowd keeps roaring, questions, accusations, raw anger finally unmuzzled. Karen bangs her gavel hard enough to crack the wood. "This meeting is adjourned," she shrieks. "Not yet," I say, unfolding a fat manila folder. City audit, 24 hours old. Let's read it together. I thumb through pages like a blackjack dealer. Exhibit A, Whitlock Consulting invoices, landscaping for community beautification. Same invoice number, billed 3 times, same day, same dollar amount. Total skimming, 246 grand. Exhibit B, Melissa Price's compliance training retreat in Maui, line item coded as ADA workshop. The only workshop was a luau. Photos included. The room oozed like a daytime TV. Audience, Melissa's tan suddenly looks radioactive. Exhibit C, purchase order for a 30-foot speedboat stored 80 miles away on a private lake, paid with HOA reserves. Karen tries to speak, but I raise a finger. Receipts, President Whitlock. The paper kind, not the Facebook kind. Residents close in. Mr. Delgado wheels to the aisle, voice trembling but loud. "You fined me $1,000 for painting. My ramp blew while you were buying yachts with our dues." Mrs. Lee, foreclosure notice still in hand, steps beside him. "You seized my car because I was behind on a $60 fee. That car is my only way to chemo, Karen." Karen's mascara is running now. The veneer is gone. She reaches for Melissa's arm. Melissa backs away, self-preservation mode. The room smells like sweat and revolt. Deputy Mayor Fields enters, with 3 city marshals and a clutch of reporters. Flashbulbs pop. Fields reads from a stapled order. Effective immediately, Maple Crest Estates HOA is under municipal receivership pending criminal investigation. Gasps, cheers, a couple of sobs. Karen staggers. "You can't, this is private property." "Actually," Field says, "embezzled funds convert that privacy into public interest, Section 14B of the Municipal Code." He nods to the marshals. 2 step forward, cuffing Karen with the gentleness you'd reserve for a venomous snake. The crowd erupts. Some clap, others record. Nobody intervenes. Melissa tries to bolt down the side aisle. Officer Ruiz blocks her path. "Assault on a disabled senior, aggravated battery, conspiracy to defraud," he recites as he cuffs her. "Anything you say may be used against you." She finally looks small, like a bully seeing the principal. I face the residents, palms up. Tonight isn't victory, it's triage, but the bleeding stops now. I motion to a tech from City Hall who rolls in a portable shredder labeled Fines and Liens. One by one, neighbors feed their violation slips into the hungry mouth. Bright, Pink, neon green, lemon yellow, confetti of liberation snowing onto the carpet. The tow truck driver from earlier slips me a thumbs up. His rig is already hauling residents' cars back from the impound lot. On the city's dime, charged to the escrow we froze at the bank this afternoon. Camera crews swarm me for sound bites. I give them Dad instead. He walks in, stitches bruised, cheek cane tapping, and the room hushes. "I forgive the woman who knocked me down," he says, voice steady. "But I don't forgive systems that let power bully the vulnerable. Let's rebuild this place so nobody needs a mayor to feel safe at home." Silence, then thunderous applause. Even the marshals clap. Dad reaches for my elbow. "Time to go home, son. Folks have work to do without us." As we head out, I glance. Back. Neighbors are already forming committees. Budget, accessibility, playground repair. They don't need me to lead. They just needed the dead weight gone. Outside, the night air feels like the first breath after a storm. Dad taps the curb, smiles. "Road's clear," he says. "Yeah," I answer, "and so's the future." 2 weeks later, Maple Crest looks reborn. The liens are wiped, the audit money sits in escrow, and residents, now a freshly elected interim board, vote to spend the first recovered dollars on curb cuts, tactile paving, and a shaded bus. Stop Dad confined with his cane. At the ribbon snip, I bring the same scissors from the day this mess began. Dad plants the ceremonial stake for a community garden, soil crumbling between his fingers. Reporters ask if I orchestrated all this for political points. I point to Mrs. Lee, unloading her restored Buick. Mr. Delgado's grandkids shooting hoops on a driveway finally fee-free, and a volunteer crew painting every trash can zone, with high contrast stripes so nobody else misses a deadline they can't see. Credit the neighbors, I say. They turned outrage into ownership. Karen and Melissa, awaiting trial. Yacht sold at auction to repay dues. The speedboat now funds an ADA legal aid clinic the new board set up in the clubhouse every Saturday. That night, Dad and I sit on his porch, cicadas buzzing. He sips coffee, scar almost healed. "Funny," he says, tapping the rim of his mug, "how one hard shove knocked an entire system upright." I laugh, lean back and watch porch. Lights flick on across a cul-de-sac that finally feels like a community, no sirens needed.